Are you ready? Woo! Sucio.Talk episode, the first one in New York. That's what we'll call this one. So near my boy Dave Dreifus of Best Damn Cookies. How are you, Chef?
I am so happy for you to be here.
Thank you, man.
I've been a fan for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've listened to basically every episode, and it's a thrill.
Yeah.
I'm super happy to be here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You've been super huge supporter since day one. You always reached out and says, hey, I love this, I love that. And you know what happened to me yesterday? I was in, where the hell was I? Washington, D.C. And a couple of cooks that listened to the show reached out to me via Instagram. And I answered, and they did. After later on, I met up with them at the bar and had a few drinks, and they brought me out for Chinese food as well. And I got to say that it was an amazing experience. And to them, and they were like, "We didn't think you were going to answer."
That's got to be.
And
How did that feel?
I felt great, and my thing is like, it's social media.
Yeah.
Fucking be social. We're already on our phones. You might as well talk to people, you know? And then you got a bunch of slew of people, and I keep harping on this, and you're going to see in the next upcoming episodes how I keep talking about people leaving me on scene. Like, I know that you're ignoring them fucking message. If you don't want to be on the fucking podcast, then say, hey, Dave, I don't want to be on your stupid fucking podcast. And I'll be like, cool. All right, that's it. Like, yeah. I don't care if people don't like this show. Mainly I do it for me. But but you know, what are you gonna do?
That's nice.
So Dave, Best Damn Cookies, how's that going for you?
It's been a wild fucking ride. I can't believe it. It's been damn near 2 years. I mean, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe a year. I don't even know how time is going anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, every month it's just getting better and better.
Cool. Now you're in your brick and mortar spot, right?
Well, so we have a brick and mortar. We have a stall in Essex Market, which is the southeastern part of Manhattan, at the Market line in Essex Market, and that's where we sell our cookies out of. And then we just moved to a commissary kitchen in the Lower East Side as well, which is super exciting.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, it's like we were at other places that were a bit farther away.
Yeah.
And had to drive, and now it's like.
Yeah, you were at Sobremasa for a little while.
We were at Sobremasa. Yeah, that's part of the journey for sure. Which was, I mean, shout out to Zach.
Yeah,
he's the man. But yeah, we went to a couple of different places, and now we're here, and it's just super convenient.
Yeah.
And super easy. And the people, I mean, I'll give them a shout out. It's a Nimbus Kitchen. They've been super thoughtful and helpful and wonderful. So yeah. I'm thrilled.
You know, I gotta say, we're living in a new era where people help each other out. It's not like this sort of competition mentality where they're like, well, you can't use our kitchen, or, you know, you can only use it for 3 hours, but you can't use this vessel, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, in general, people are just so generous and so kind and so giving. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the ethos and the whole cornerstone of Best Damn Cookies is just kindness and giving and trying to help people to the best of our capacity. And sometimes we fall short, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's to be helpful and to care about others.
Exactly. And I mean, at the end of the day, falling short just makes you try harder. So.
Oh,
you know,
man. For sure.
Yeah. I'm sure you've had your hiccups. But, you know, that's what you're doing today. We're going to take it all the way back. Where are you from? Where were you born?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, so you're back home.
Yeah, I was born in in New York, we call it Deep Brooklyn. I was born in this neighborhood called Mill Basin.
Okay.
Which is kind of like this it's a Jewish neighborhood, but not religious by any means.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a Hasidic Jews. But what happened was we were living on the corner of a street, and there was just so many car accidents happening. Ooh. I think there was 3 or 5 a week.
Wow.
And my folks are they didn't want to see little kids hanging out on the corner.
Yeah, getting hit
by a car. We got to move.
Yeah, exactly.
And we want more space. So we moved to Long Island, maybe 25, half an hour away, right on the border of Queens and Long Island, and the 5 towns, to this little village of East Rockaway. And that's where I was raised. I was raised in Long Island.
Oh, word up. Okay. So there's a lot of Italian Jewish neighborhoods over there, right?
That's exactly what it is. It was Irish, Jewish, and Italian.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting because it was really economically diverse the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Like there was like 5 towns that went to my high school, and we had people that were very poor, and then we had millionaires.
Really?
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Yeah.
And you would see many different people with many different backgrounds. It was really good.
Would those groups mesh?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I think sometimes there was like a bit of a confusion, but more or less, yes.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
What'd your parents do?
My parents are chiropractors.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
So it's not lies.
No. I've been getting adjusted since I was literally born.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they were chiropractors, and they met in chiropractic school.
Okay.
And my mom's from the Bronx, and my dad's from Brooklyn, so they're New Yorkers for real.
That's New York, yeah, that's for sure.
For real.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Very cool. Fuck yeah. So they've been doing that their whole lives? That's like their career?
Yeah, I mean,
always.
Basically, my
since
parents
you were born.
have never had a boss, like ever.
Okay, they've done their own practice.
Well, so and we can talk about it. My dad's family, they owned a bakery in the same neighborhood my dad grew up in Midwood Marine Parkway. Okay. Which changed a lot. It used to be like very Italian, and now it's very much like Orthodox Jewish, and it changed tremendously. And one thing to note is there's this very, very famous pizza place there called DeFara's. DeFara's has been rated like the best pizza in America by a lot of people. And it's like, why is it there in this super Orthodox Jewish community? Because like 40, 50 years ago, it was all Italian. Yeah. And yeah, the neighborhood changed.
Oh, got you. Okay, cool. Brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I'm a twin brother.
Dope.
Yeah, he's the man. I have a brother named Greg. And then I have an older brother named Adam.
Gotcha. What do they do?
Adam is a substitute teacher. Dope. But he really loves art and science. Like his dream is to make this children's book illustrated about dinosaurs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's just like the sweetest, nicest, most gentle, kindest man you'll ever meet.
Very cool.
Very, like, super brilliant. Like all the standardized tests in elementary school, he got like perfect scores.
I got you. Okay.
Super naturally smart.
Okay.
And then my other brother, Greg, is really freaking smart as well. He has a double master's in mechanical engineering and surreal mathematics from MIT. Jeez. Like I try to he's like, you ever listen to like jazz players play drums? Like that's how he's handling math. Yeah. Which is crazy, and I don't understand.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
What does he do with that degree?
Well, he's trying to figure it out, and he wants to get into politics. But he graduated MIT during COVID, so like it's been a bit of a challenge for him figuring out what's next. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if he wants to unveil or me to say what his plans are. No but worries. Like he has like infrastructure plans that he like basically combining his engineering background into politics and thinking how like infrastructure and engineering is a major cornerstone of politics. That like
he needs to go down to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, how can we like be thoughtful with how like roads are built and things like that? You know, most politicians are lawyers and they're thinking about like laws. Laws. He's thinking about like how can buildings and building communities, how can that affect it? Just like a very different mindset.
Okay, that's really cool. That's cool. Hell yeah. All right. So when you were young, what were you eating? Was your dad and mom cooking? Were you going out to eat?
So my parents are like kind of hippie sort of thing. Like we were growing food in our backyard.
Oh no, okay.
We started composting like in like 2006 or something like that. And basically during the summer we didn't buy vegetables. We would like, and we didn't live in a rural area. We were like in the suburbs.
Oh, got you.
But my parents are horrible cooks. Like, like I had to write an essay on how to get into college. Yeah. And I wrote it, like, the biggest inspiration was my mom, because I would come home and ask what was for dinner, and she'd be like, chicken. And I would start crying, and I was like, anything but chicken, not chicken. She would roast a chicken for like 3 hours. I mean, it was dead twice. Yeah. And that was like the biggest reason why I started to learn how to cook. Yeah. I mean,
because you're like, we're not eating this trash, Mom.
I wish I want to say like we, but it was me. Yeah. I can't live like this, because I said my grandpa was a baker and my grandparents owned a bakery, so we know what good food was.
Yeah.
It's like we knew what was possible, and I knew what I was eating, and I was like, this is too far of a difference. Like, I need something better.
Yeah.
I need it. So yeah, I started learning. They taught me how to make pasta, and I just kept going.
Okay. So if it was Yelp, your mom would have 1 star.
I love my mom. I give my mom 5 stars in being a mom.
Yeah.
No comment on her.
Heard that.
But she's improved. If she's going to listen to this, and Mom, you have improved. There's no doubt. You are much better.
You get a participation trophy.
No. She's better. She's better. But yeah.
Dope. Dad not cook at all.
No, my dad cooked it all. Also, but not particularly good.
Okay, yeah. Understood.
He make this thing called. I'd be like, "What's for dinner?" He'd be like, "Vegetable." I was like, "What is that?" He's like, vegetables. Or like he'd make soup as like just throw things in a pot and then
put some water in there.
Yeah,
cook
with no salt.
Yeah,
no salt at all. Never cooking with any salt, and then just blend it till it was boiled. And I was like, "This is terrible. You want to learn how to not make a soup? That's like the worst way to make a soup like that." But yeah, both my parents would cook, but there would be a couple things that my dad would make that were really good.
Yeah.
And they were super simple. Like, he would make pesto, because from all the basil he would grow in the garden. Yeah. Or he would make, like, a zucchini bread, because we'd have all the zucchini.
Okay.
And there were those, like, little moments where it's like, oh, this is really excellent.
Really good.
Or, like, the first memory of my life, I remember walking in the garden with my dad, and we picked cherry tomatoes and chopped them up with, like, just a little garlic and basil and made, like, some pasta with it.
Yeah.
And I remember being barefooted. Like, that's that real transcendent moment of like being with someone you love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
making food.
Yeah. So food was an integral part of my family's life, but sometimes the execution was iffy.
Yeah. Understood. Was it like everybody at the dinner table every night?
So my dad would work a little bit later. So, the way it worked, because they owned the office together. When my mom was working, my dad was home, and my dad insisted that we waited for my mom. But if my dad was working, we didn't wait for him. My mom was like, "I want to eat."
Understood.
But yeah, it would either be the 4 of us or 5 of us always at the dinner table.
When does this kind of hobby turn into a passion for you?
So it was my brother's 10th birthday or something. Maybe I was 7.
Yeah.
And for his birthday, the 3 of us went and had like a cooking class.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
It was like there was you could go to like this place and they gave cooking classes for kids. And my brothers liked it and I loved it. I was like, holy shit. I don't even know. We made like little mini pizzas and like chicken fingers, and we made homemade French fries. I was like, this is unbelievable. You take this thing that looks like a rock, you take a potato and you cut it and then you do things to it, and now it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Like is there anything that tastes worse than rice that's not cooked, like raw rice?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
And then you take it and you add seasoning and you cook it and you're like, oh my god, this is so delicious.
Yeah.
And I was 7. I was like, wow, this is unreal.
Yeah.
So that's where the passion for cooking. I had a passion for eating, but passion for cooking began when I was like 7.
Got you. And when did that manifest itself into like I might want to cook for a living?
It was crazy, and it happened to a lot of New Yorkers in the tri-state area. It was because of 9/11. And it's a weird way that happened. We didn't have cable at the time.
Yeah.
So the major antenna where you got all your information in 9/11 was on the Twin Towers.
Okay.
So when the towers went down, nobody in the area who had regular TV, they lost their access to TV.
Heard.
And the reason that matters is because we didn't have news. And we're like, oh, we need to know what was going on.
Yeah.
So everybody got a cable or a satellite dish because, we needed to be able to see updates on the news as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So we got satellite. And when I got the satellite dish, we got Food Network.
Uh-huh.
And I started watching Food Network, and I watched, Emerald and Bobby Flay and Rachel Ray and all these people, and that was like, oh wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And between the cooking classes, loving food from my family, and watching food TV, that really I was like, okay, I think I originally wanted to make Legos for a living.
Yeah.
Build Legos. I thought that was being an architect. And then I was like, okay, that's not it. And then I realized, okay, cooking. That's it. It was about like probably